Chicken, white beans, and kale has tender braised chicken thighs, creamy white beans and kale in a delicious broth. And not only is this satisfying, it's a nutritious meal to make for your family. Okay, so first things first, since we are going to braise the chicken thighs is the way to go. Here I have 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. If you guys want, you could use bone-in, skin on. You would just have to simmer it a little bit longer because it is larger in size. And if you want to trim off like the excess like tendons on here, you can. I usually like to do that. And what I also like to do is if your chicken thighs are larger in size, I like to cut them in half. So I just trim and slice in half. Now that I have the chicken trimmed and sliced in half, I'm going to give everything a basic seasoning of some salt and pepper. We are in the middle of summer and we've been using our grill quite a bit, but I kind of like to just switch it up, making warm, cozy, comforting meals just like this. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and season up the other side, and then I'll grab the rest of the ingredients that we're going to be needing for the recipe. What I love about this dish especially is it really uses simple ingredients. I mean, it's a fuss-free recipe. So, usually with all my recipes, we start out with some onions and garlic. So here I have 1 onion that I diced up. We have 4 garlic cloves. I'm going to add a teaspoon of dried oregano. You could add whatever herbs you desire. My family isn't really into like super herby dishes like thyme and rosemary, but feel free to add whatever herbs you like with this dish. And then we'll be adding lots of chicken broth. We also have 2 cans of white beans, and I am taking the easy route and using bagged, pre-chopped, ready-to-cook kale. If you're not going to be using this, you just want to go ahead and buy 1 bunch of kale, remove the stems, and then chop it up. And then another idea, if you want kind of like a zesty flavor, add some lemon juice and some lemon zest, and that will go really, really well with this dish. I'm not gonna use that today because I didn't write the recipe that way, so I'm just gonna keep it simple. Anyways, that's just another suggestion. Okay, we are ready to get cooking. Let's head over to the stove. I've got my pan heated over medium-high heat. I'm going to add a good amount of oil, and then I'll sear the chicken smooth side down. So I'm gonna let the chicken sear for about 4 minutes. It's time to flip these guys over. It has developed a nice brown crust, and we'll continue to cook this for another 3 minutes on the other side. All right, time to remove the chicken and set these guys aside. I'm gonna reduce the heat to medium, add a little bit more oil, along with the diced onions and the minced garlic. Always season along the way, so I'm adding a little salt. And then we'll cook this until they're slightly softened, about 3 minutes. While you're cooking, go ahead and scrape the bottom of your pan just like so. See how the onions are picking up the flavor from those brown bits. Okay, our onions are looking really good, nice and softened. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, or you can use whatever herbs you desire. Time to go in with the chicken broth. I'm using about 2.5 cups. I'm also going in with the 2 cans of drained white beans. We just love beans. It's really creamy in the soup, adds more protein, lots of fiber, nice and healthy. I'm also going to season up our broth with some salt and pepper. While we are waiting for it to come to a boil, I'm going to return the chicken back to the pan. And you don't want to waste any of those pan juices. Now this has come to a full-on boil. I'm going to lower the heat to medium-low, cover and cook it until the chicken is nice and tender. So we'll cook this for about 20 minutes. So see you guys in 20 minutes. Also, I totally forgot to mention, if you guys want to add lemon to this dish, this is the time you want to go ahead and add it. So you want to add the juice of 1 lemon, and if you want to go ahead and zest it up, you could add in the lemon zest as well, and then that will make it nice and citrusy. All right, 20 minutes has passed. So what you're going to do is remove the chicken. We're gonna add it back in after we're done cooking up our kale. Oh my gosh, I can already tell the chicken is falling apart. It's nice and braised. Let's go ahead and add in the kale. A little bit at a time because it's going to shrink into the pan. And it's hard to put all of it at once, so just put in some, mix a little bit. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit. And if you're not a fan of kale, go ahead and use spinach. And add as much or as little as you want. I'm not gonna add the whole entire bag. I have like a little bit left here. I'll save that for an omelet later. Go ahead and mix that right in. After the kale is well incorporated, go ahead and cover it back up and let it cook for 2 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and check on our kale. It is looking nice and cooked down. If you are using spinach, you don't need to cover and cook it for another 2 minutes. Kale is a little bit thicker and it needs time to cook down. But if you're using spinach, just go ahead and stir it in until it's nice and wilted. Okay, so at this point, you wanna give it a taste to see if you need any additional seasonings. Just going to add a pinch of salt, a little more black pepper because I love it. Now it is time to add the chicken back to the pan and we are ready to serve this up. And there you have it, you guys. Delicious, nutritious, comforting chicken, white beans, and kale. I just have to show you guys, see how the chicken is just falling apart? It's so good. It is time for the taste test and I am super excited. You could serve this as is. My husband is actually gonna eat this as is. My older son is a big fan of rice, so I have some rice cooking in the rice cooker and I just put some in a bowl and then put a scoop of rice right on top. I like a little bit of bread. I'm a huge bread lover. I have some leftover baguette slices that I used for bruschetta the other day. You could add some potatoes or make some potatoes on the side, whatever your heart desires. And like I said, you could just serve this as is for a low carb meal. The chicken is really just falling apart. See the shreds here? I have a little bit of everything, chicken, some beans, and some kale. It's really hot. Give me a sec. Cheers, you guys. This really is the perfect meal if you're looking for a warm, cozy meal. Sorry, my dog, I hear the mailman. Casper, shh. But yes, if you're looking for a warm, cozy meal, weeknight meal, super easy to cook, and it's also really nutritious. I feel good about my family when they are having this for dinner. The chicken is nice and tender. The beans are creamy. I love the texture of the kale. Like I mentioned, you can use spinach if you want, but it's delicious. Go ahead and make this for your family. Anyways, thank you for spending time with me in my kitchen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys make this recipe. Don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button below. That will definitely help me out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.